Hi, lovelies, and in today's video, it's gonna be interesting. And this is one of the least talked about conversations I've had, and it's very interesting because nobody ever tells that one mentor can completely change your career trajectory. One conversation, one opportunity, one recommendation, one piece of advice, it can really change your whole career aspirations, your whole professional life, and it can help you transition into becoming one of the best professionals in your niche and even in your career path. And suddenly your confidence grows, your network expands, like you become that big girl or that big guy you imagine yourself to be. And your clarity about the career you want to pursue improves at a very high range because you have somebody who is showing you the path to go. And even the opportunities you aimed at getting or you want to get, they begin to multiply. But here's the challenge. Many students and graduates, they approach mentors, yet they are not very ready for these mentors. They keep saying, I need a mentor. But are they truly ready to be under the mentorship of a mentor? Because some of them are not even that disciplined enough to keep a mentor. But for some of them, they do not know some of these things. They do not know how to find a mentor, they do not know how to approach one, and they do not even understand how mentorship actually works, or even how to maintain a mentorship relationship professionally. Maybe even how to become the kind of person mentors actually want to help. And I'm here to fix that because maybe you have already tried, you've sent a LinkedIn message and you probably even got ignored. You attended a networking event but felt awkward. You admired professionals online but felt intimidated approaching them, or even maybe you simply do not know where to start. So today we are fixing that because mentorship is one of the most powerful career accelerator in any profession, especially even in the HR space. And in this video, I'm going to be walking you through everything you need to know about finding, approaching, building, and sustaining meaningful mentorship relationships as a student, a graduate, or a young career professional in Kenya and beyond. And I'll be showing you one, the biggest mistakes people make. Secondly, how to avoid a transactional mentorship relationship. Thirdly, how to position yourself professionally. And lastly, how the HR Career Accelerator program by the Muraya Career Lab helps you bridge the mentorship gap. So take a notebook, grab a seat and a pen, and I hope you learn as much as you can because I've experienced mentorship from both sides as a mentee in several mentorship programs, also as a mentor to some of my friends and even people in my community, and as a student leader. Also, as somebody building a professional career ecosystem. So, grab yourself a notebook again, take notes, take a seat, and even grab a snack because this video may completely change how you approach your career growth. So let's start. Okay, before you start looking for mentors, you need to understand what mentorship actually means because many people misunderstand mentorship, and those misunderstandings, they destroy potentially valuable mentorship relationships. So what's a mentor, or what is a mentorship program? So a mentorship is a professional collaborative relationship where a more experienced or a knowledgeable person, that is the mentor, guides and supports a less experienced person, the mentee, so that they both can foster personal and professional growth. So, mentorship is not just any relationship, it's a two-way kind of relationship where both the mentor and the mentee gets to contribute into the whole mentorship relationships. So, some of the biggest myths or misunderstanding of what a mentorship is myth number one: a mentor will find me when I'm ready. To be honest, great mentors are busy. They are managing careers, they are building businesses, they are managing teams, they have families to cater for, they have projects and even responsibilities. So they don't have the time to come look for you. You, as an individual, as a mentee, you have to take initiative to identify the kind of mentor you want to have. Myth number two: I need a famous mentor. Okay, not really. You need an accessible mentor. Proximity in mentorship matters more than prestige. A highly connected HR professional or mentor who responds consistently may help you more than a celebrity professional who never has time for you. So it doesn't have to be a famous person to mentor you. Even the less famous person can be the best suit of mentor for you. Myth number three: a mentor will save my career. Okay, somehow yes, but not really. Mentorship is guidance, not rescue. What mentors provide is perspective, accountability, insights, connections, and encouragement. But you still have to put in the work, you have to put in the effort to ensure that you salvage your career. Because the aspects you get from these mentors, the trainings, the guidance, the insights is what gets you to rescue your career. It's not entirely dependent on what the mentor is doing to you. You, as an individual, have to find time to make sure that your mentorship relationship works. Myth number four: mentorship must last forever. Okay, not necessarily. Some mentors guide you for probably one season, one project, a transition, or even one specific challenge. So this mentorship relationship doesn't have to be long lasting because the relationships evolve and that is completely okay. You don't have to keep your whole life tied to that mentor's life or thinking that they'll get your back every single time. No, you have to understand that it's okay to outgrow some relationships and it's natural and it's good for you to evolve. As long as you handle it gracefully, it's good for you to evolve. Myth number five: I'm too junior for mentorship or I am too senior for mentorship. Nobody is too junior or too senior for guidance. If anything, early guidance prevents unnecessary mistakes. If you think you're too young to start a mentorship, you are very wrong because the sooner you start to be mentored, the better you become at the career you want to be in or the niche you want to go through. You become better. Like for me, I did start mentorship quite early and I am beginning to see the results of it and I'm having the hang of it and enjoying it. Yeah, so you ain't too junior or too senior to start a mentorship program. Um, in this relationship, I'd like you to understand what a mentor actually does for you. So, a mentor, number one, shares wisdom from experiences, from their own personal experiences, including the mistakes they made, so that they can help you navigate them. Secondly, they open doors and they introduce you to some stages or platforms that you maybe have envisioned to get yourself in and you never got a chance to get into. So these mentors help you to open those doors and even introduce you. Thirdly, mentors offer honest and sometimes very uncomfortable feedback on the progress you're in. Maybe you set some goals as you are starting out the mentorship program or the mentorship relationship and you've not achieved them. The mentor will give you that honest and comfortable feedback that you're not ready for or that you're not willing to get. So you need to get to understand that they will coach you both in the softest way and the hardest way. And number four, mentors sharpen your thinking by asking critical questions. These mentors, as I said earlier, you don't have to put your whole career depending on them. So these questions that the mentors asks They are there to shape how you think. They are there to make you jog your mind to understand that you can do more, that you can achieve more. Yes, they make you think critically and become the best that you can be. Number five, mentors encourage growth. Yes, because they are here to ensure that you grow both professionally and even as an individual. Lastly, mentors help you navigate professional environments and they model what is possible for you. From their own lived experiences, from their own mistakes they've made, they'll help you navigate the professional environment, avoiding these mistakes they made. And they will even model a path for you that is way possible for you to pass. It may not be the easiest route to use, but I think it will be way better than starting it out on your own. And especially like for somebody like me in HR or somebody who is building your career right now in any profession, mentorship matters because it's not only theory, it's practical in it. Like mentorship is both theory part kidogo, but still practical. And in HR, mentorships helps you understand some aspects like people management, workplace dynamics, communication, emotional intelligence, strategy, leadership, professional judgment, and even conflict resolution. Because some of these aspects they are difficult to learn from textbooks or even classwork, and you need a professional who's practicing these things to mentor you into that path so that you can grow and even become that person you envision yourself to be. So you need to like understand the kind of mentor you have, the mentorship you have, and make the best out of it so that you can grow wholesomely. And now, because you've talked about what a mentor does, there are different types of mentors you need in your life. And many people make the mistake of expecting one mentor to fill the whole jar or expecting one mentor to fulfill every role in your career path. No, that becomes exhausting for them. Instead, build a mentorship ecosystem. Identify different mentors for different seasons, for different paths, for different things that you want to achieve in, and get mentors in those areas. So, type of mentors you can get, number one is career mentors. These are this is someone ahead of you professionally and who understands your industry path. Like for me in HR, for these kind of mentors, I'll identify HR professionals who are already in the HR field and they have understood what the industry path look like and even the gray areas and the red areas for me to avoid as I am building my HR journey. Second type of mentors you need to have is skills mentors. This is someone who has mastered a specific competency you need. Let's say for HR, you can get a mentor who has perfected the skill of recruitment, HR analytics, maybe public speaking, leadership, CV writing, or even an expert in HR systems. Like these skills mentors are those people who are experts and they've mastered the craft and they have become competent in what they do in those specific key areas that they are in. Like recruitment, you get a recruitment specialist for that. That type of mentor you need is network mentors. These are professionals with strong industry connections. Like these are people who know the person who knows the who does what. Yes, they are so interconnected in a way that in case you need any help or in case you need guidance on something specific, they know who to ask because they have strong industry connections and they've built capacity to have these kind of people in their circles. Type of mentor number four you need is leadership mentors. These are people who teach you decision making, influence, confidence, and even how to master executive presence. Like they bring out the leader aspect in you and they shape you to become that leader that you aim at being because they too have those skills that you desire to have or that you aim to have. Fifth type of mentor you need is an emotional or personal development mentor. These are people who will support your mindset, your confidence, your discipline, and even your growth. Like there are people who will be there to hold you when you feel low. They are there to guide you, to coach you, even in the least expected ways that you never thought a mentor can help you out in. The sixth type of mentor you need is an academic mentor. These are like lecturers, researchers, or even professionals with strong theoretical insights. Yes, your lecturers, your teachers can also become your mentors. The seventh type of mentor you need is peer mentors. And sometimes it's weird because your greatest encouragement comes from someone growing alongside you. Like these peer mentors are people probably in the same age gap or age group that help you out navigate some things that mentors who've gone ahead of you might not be able to help you out. And the beauty of having a peer mentor is growing with someone and seeing them grow as they see you grow is very, very encouraging. And it's even inspiring. For me, I have a couple of peer mentors, and if you see this video, I really, really respect you a lot and I honor you a lot because you shaped me to become this big girl that I aim to be. And I see you becoming those big CEOs that you become and the ones you're becoming. So I respect you a lot. And the eighth type of mentor you will need is reverse mentors. As we've said before, you need mentors who've gone ahead of you, but still, you might need mentors who are behind you. These are younger professionals who will expose you to new technologies, maybe new trends, and even fresh perspectives and ideas that you never knew existed about in your career path. And they will help you shape yourself and your mindset about everything entirely about this whole person that you aim at being, because these are people who are behind it. These are people younger in careers than you, and they'll help you become a whole completely different version of yourself because they will take time to ensure that you understand the new trends, the new technologies, the new ideas in the market, and even branding in this age and era where AI is coming up, technology is coming up, and there's so many changes in the workforce right now that most people have not yet mastered about. And one thing I'd like you to know is that mentorship is not like the goal in mentorship is not dependency but growth. So don't underestimate or overestimate or become entirely dependent on a mentor just because you're in a mentor mentee relationship. Okay, that's nice. And now that you've understood what types of mentors you can get for yourself, why does mentorship really matter? Like, why do I need to get myself into a mentorship program or get myself a mentor? Mentorship works because it gives you one, guidance, two, clarity, three, accountability, four, exposure, five, confidence, six, strategy, and number seven, access. And a mentor helps you avoid the mistakes they've already made. And instead of learning everything entirely new or using the hard way, you gain insights faster and you navigate some loopholes or some potholes in your career very fast than anybody else because you already got a mentor who is shaping you wholesomely. I'm a product of mentorship, and I just don't know how I can thank many the many mentors who've stood out for me, who've shown me, who've held my hand, like those who've introduced me into rooms. I just don't know how I can do it. They've even held me accountable. Yes, accountability in mentorship is very, very key. And it's encouraging when your mentor sees you grow and you get to see them grow to that person that they thought they wouldn't be or they aspire to be like before mentoring you. It's amazing. So now that you've understood why mentorship matters, what are some of the common challenges many students face in a mentorship relationship? Number one is feeling lost after graduation. Maybe the mentorship program you are in ends and it's time for you to graduate and you don't know what else to do. So you don't have to feel lost. You can keep the mentorship relationship going on as long as it serves the both of you, the mentor and the mentee. Secondly, lack of direction, because the mentorship is over, or maybe you don't understand the kind of mentorship relationship you're in. Maybe you lacked direction at some point, because maybe you didn't talk as much with your mentors, or maybe you over talked with your mentors until you feel like there is nothing more to talk about. You feel lost, or you lack direction for that mentorship, so you don't need to feel lost or lack direction. Number three, fear of networking. Maybe the mentorship didn't turn out as you hoped or as you expected, and now it gives you a sense of fear of not networking again. You need to pick yourself up and network again until you get it right. Number four is low confidence. Approaching mentors can be tricky. It can be tiring, and it can give you butterflies. But you don't have to lower your confidence in trying to get mentors or into a mentorship program. You need to put yourself together and approach that relationship with your mentors as the best thing that can ever happen into your career or your life. So you don't need to have low confidence. Number five, a lack of industry exposure. When you have limited exposure about your industry, it limits the kind of mentors you can get for yourself, and probably it makes it hard for you to determine the kind of mentor you need for that specific season or that specific project. So you need to understand what's happening in your industry and get exposed to it as early as possible, so that you can identify the kind of mentor and the type of mentorship relationship you're supposed to build together. Number five, limited professional connection. Some of the reasons why people lack mentorship, or common mistakes people are making in mentorship, is limited professional connections. Like, probably you don't have enough persons, that is professional persons, in your space that can mentor you, or that can expose you to this industry very well, because you haven't like mastered it out. So limited professional connection should not be an excuse for you not to find mentors. Get there, get on LinkedIn, search for these mentors. Mistake number six is difficulty transitioning into corporate environments. Sometimes it gets hard for you to enter a corporate environment, or even any environment, if you don't understand what happens into that environment. And maybe your body can react to feeling that that environment is a threat, and you can end up quitting, which is not nice for you. I assure you, it's not nice. So instead of you finding it difficult to transition into that environment, get yourself a mentor, or even do research about the kind of environment you're going into, so that it doesn't have to become difficult for you to transition into that space. Another mistake is interview anxiety. It's okay, I won't say it's funny, but it's surprising that most of us freak out or tense up when it comes to interviews and get anxious. Maybe it's your first time meeting your mentor, or maybe you entered even into an interview room, and the people in that room could be your potential mentors and you never knew. So just get yourself out there, master the interview, use the STAR technique method, practice, practice, practice interviews with your friends, and even get a mentor to coach you on how to prepare yourself for an interview, so that you don't get all anxious when it comes to an interview process. And lastly, mistake that people make is uncertainty about specialization. Like in HR, there's so many branches in HR that you can specialize in as an upcoming professional. You can become a generalist, or you can become an expert HR in one field. So if you haven't understood the kind of specialization or expert you can become, it becomes very hard for you to determine the kind of skills mentor to be specific, that you need to mentor you on a certain aspect or a certain skill. And I'd like you to know that mentorship accelerates growth tremendously. And sometimes what takes one person 5 years to figure out alone can take you 1 year with proper guidance to figure it out wholesomely and even navigate it to a point that somebody might be asking what you did that they never knew about. So, yeah, find yourself a mentor. And how can you do it if you don't know how to identify the right mentor for you? So, when it comes to identify mentors, you need to, number one, start with clarity about what you need. Yes, before you approach anyone to mentor you, you need to answer these three questions. Question number one is, where do I want to be in the next 3 to 5 years? This shows your career goal clarity. Question number two is, what specific gaps exist between where I am and where I want to be? It shows that you understand your whole SWOT analysis for yourself as an individual and even for your career. And question number three, what kind of guidance, connection, or knowledge would those gaps fastest fix? Like, what kind of guidance do you need so that that mentor can help you fix the gaps you identified when you did your whole SWOT analysis? And the answers you get will tell you exactly what profile of mentor you need. And too many people approach mentors saying, I just want to learn from you. That's not enough. You need to be specific what it is you need to get from this mentor. What is it that you need to learn from this mentor? Now that you've understood your whole goal, you've come up with a whole clarity about your career direction and what it is that you need to use something I call the match framework for choosing the right mentor. Okay, match is an acronym um, for how to find the right mentor. And the M in match stands for mastery. Do the mentors you want to identify, do they have the expertise in what exactly you need to learn? The A stands for authenticity. Do they seem genuine and aligned with their values? Or are they even aligned with what it is that you stand for, like your values yourself as an individual? Do the mentor you want have that kind of values? The T is stands for track record. Can you see evidence of impact and credibility of these mentors' profile and what it is they say that they are doing? The C stands for communication style. Do they communicate in a way that resonates with you? And is it what they share? Communication, as we talked in another video, we are going to talk about communication. You'll find out that it's two-way, it's not supposed to be a monologue. So if they don't communicate in a way that resonates with you, then that's not the right fit for you. The H stands for headspace. Do they seem willing and emotionally available to engage with you and others in your space? Do they have like time set aside to mentor you and even to invest in that professional relationship that you're building? And that's it, the MATCH framework for finding the right mentors. And I'd like you to understand this and note it that not every successful person is necessarily a suitable mentor for you. Your mentor doesn't have to be the most famous in that field. It may be somebody who is starting out and is famous. Okay, not necessarily that famous, but they've mastered that skill and they can really put in their work to mentor you, and you can be able to grow more than you even ever thought you'd grow with a celebrity mentor, because they will invest their time, they'll invest their knowledge, consistency, and everything else to make sure that you grow as a wholesome individual and the both of you get to learn as much as you can from both of you, and you get to learn everything that is needed to learn in that specific areas. Now that you've identified how to find the right mentors, where do you actually even find these mentors? Because many people assume mentors are inaccessible, and most times the problem is not access. The problem is the approach you're using. And I'll teach you some of the ways you can identify some of these mentors. And the first way you can use to identify a mentor is one, using LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the number one professional networking platform. You should use LinkedIn intentionally. You can follow the professionals first engage with their content, study their career paths and their transitions, then build visibility so that you can get noticed by this potential mentor you want to be mentored by. Secondly, attend HR events. Attend the conferences, attend webinars, attend networking events, attend chapter meetings, like attend them. I have seen some from very profound or non HRs that coordinate events almost every month, even webinars every week. And if you'd like to get a heads up of these webinars, meetings, you can comment below, add, and I'll add you to my WhatsApp where we can be sharing these insights on HR events that are upcoming, or even if you're not in HR and you'd like to understand how the HR environment works and you'd like to attend some of these events, you can also comment below interested, and I'll be sharing the upcoming events. Like for June, I know there are several events coming up. There are several webinars every week in HR, so you don't have a reason to say you don't know where to find these mentors when it comes to attending events or conferences or webinars. Another platform you can use in online space to get a mentor is Twitter or X, because many professionals in there, they get to share industry insights, they share workplace trends, sometimes HR discussions, and even thought leadership. Another platform you can use to identify a mentor is YouTube. Yes, YouTube. By making thoughtful comments that help you create visibility into that mentor's channel, and they can get to notice you. Aim at building capacity and visibility in there so that this mentor can get to grasp that indeed you are a person who is following their path, who is following their content, and is understanding them. Also, you can build online communities where, like, you can join online communities where these professionals in the space you want to be mentored in, or the ones you want them to mentor you in, they where they get to share or create networking opportunities across every week, monthly, maybe yearly. They get to share events. You should aim at joining online communities or even physical communities. In person, you can get these mentors very easily by one attending alumni events, career fairs, workshops, corporate events, conferences, leadership spaces, volunteering in projects, and even becoming going to workplaces to just benchmark, and even at times professional training sessions that are done weekly or even monthly. You can attend them in person and get to feel how it gets to be when you have these persons in the same space and in the same room as you. I'd like you to note that you should not underestimate the power of showing up physically, because relationships grow faster in real environments than online spaces. And myself, I am a testimony of what showing up for these events physically and both online does to one's personal brand and one's career trajectory, because I can say I'm not where I used to be a year ago or 2 years ago. I have really shifted, and I can see my whole career coming together and becoming something I thought I never could achieve. But yeah, here we are, and we are having a good time uh, traveling this career path, and just hoping for the best in future and growing even in these mentorship sessions. I'd also want you to understand that there's something in mentorship called the warmth ladder, because most of the best mentorship connections, they do not come from a warmth connection, they come from a cold outreach. This is whereby you get to identify a mentor both online and physically, and you start cold pitching yourself and building a relationship with these persons. So how can you like build and overcome this warmth ladder in mentorship? So, step number one when overcoming the warmth ladder of mentorship is following the mentor's work or this professional's work either on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, like whichever platform they are in, or even by attending their events, you need to follow their work so that you can have a whole, what can I call it, like a whole path or a whole system that you have understood what it is that they stand for. Step number two, engage thoughtfully in their work. You need to comment something insightful in their posts. Don't just comment something like nice post. Instead, you can say something like, I appreciate your point of view on this topic, or because many young professionals overlook this, that. Like you just comment something thoughtful and relevant to the post they've shared. Step number three, share or reference their ideas and work publicly. You need to like acknowledge what it is that they are doing by sharing it with others online or in the public space, and so that you can one, build yourself up visibility and personally as a brand, and also enhance the mentor's brand, because this is a relationship and it's a two-way relationship for the both of you to grow. Step number four, attend their events or events where they are speaking in. Like sometimes you might see a flyer or a poster of your mentor speaking in, or your potential mentor speaking in a certain conference or a certain event, and you can plan yourself to attend it so that you can get to have that one-on-one feel and physical interaction with these mentors. Step number five, ask a specific answerable question related to their expertise. Don't just go asking them personal stuff or irrelevant questions. Ask something that is relevant to their expertise and something that they can answer. And then step number six, request a brief conversation with them. You can schedule a meeting with them so that you can get to understand their point of view on the careers they are in, their path, what it is that they are aiming to get at the end of the day. And once you get to this point, you'll have climbed the warmth ladder in mentorship, and your outreach may move from being a cold outreach to becoming one that is warm, where they get to recognize your name, and like everything changes. You stop being a total stranger to becoming buddies in this space and becoming a mentor mentee relationship where you can both grow in. So, how do you approach mentors professionally? One of the biggest mistakes people make is sending lazy messages. Please, 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 and I repeat again, please don't send lazy messages to your mentor like, hi, mentor me, or can you help me get a job? That makes the whole relationship feel transactional and not a relationship. Because you said a mentor mentee interaction is a relationship and it's two-way. It doesn't have to be transactional. So I'll give you a simple template that works. Please customize it. Do not copy it word for word. Word for word, because mentors can smell a template and they can identify when you're faking it, so that you can get the attention, or when you just want to use them for something else. So you can have something like this if you're in HR, this is a template, or in any other career, you can use this as a template. Hi, my name is Mary. Okay, like I'm gonna be using myself as the mentor I am approaching. Hi, Mary Muraya. I've been following your work on recruitment for the past few months, particularly your insights on recruitment process and strategies. I am an HR professional currently in my second year of studies in HR at University X, and I'm working towards building a HR brand and becoming one of the great HRs in the recruitment space. I believe a 20-minute conversation with you about the recruitment strategic positioning of a HR in a company Y will be incredibly valuable for me. Would you be open to a brief call at your convenience? I am flexible on timing and happy to meet via Zoom or phone or any communication style that you'd advise us to use. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for considering my message. Looking forward to hearing from you. This not only just shows you want to use them, this message shows so many aspects of things, and it works because number one, it shows specific reference to their work. It proves indeed you've done your homework, you've done research on what they do, what they stand for, and the brand they have. Secondly, it's brief but has a clear context about who you are and what it is you're aiming for. Thirdly, it has a specific goal. It's not just a vague admiration of becoming a fan or becoming a follower. It shows you want something meaningful out of this mentor mentee relationship. Number four, it has a specific ask. You asking for a 20 minutes conversation, it doesn't have to be necessarily coffee or lunch or anything big. It can be just a small meeting where you both meet, introduce yourselves to each other, and get to learn from each other's perspective. And lastly, it respects their time. It shows you've given flexibility in terms of time and the communication style and media to use in that meeting that you're going to meet. It's also professional. It also avoids entitlement. It shows you appreciate them, and it's not entirely that they must mentor you. If you send that and they agree to meet with you first and give you a meeting, how do you prepare yourself for that first meeting? Number one, you need to come prepared. Have 3 to 5 focused questions to that mentor that you're going to be meeting with in regards to their professional life that they can answer. Secondly, listen more than you speak in that meeting. The mentorship is not a monologue. You need to listen more to what it is that they're saying than you speak. Number three, you need to take notes. Uh, you should carry yourself a notebook where you can you can scribble down some notes about what it is that they're talking to you about. It shows number one, seriousness, and it also shows value, that what they're saying is valuable to you, and it's something that can really inspire you and change your whole career trajectory. Number five, respect their time. Arrive on time, end on time, or even maybe arrive earlier to that meeting. You don't need to get somebody to schedule a meeting with you and then arrive late, or even maybe prolong the meeting past to what time you had scheduled it for. If they're okay with time spilling over, that's okay, but don't be the one initiating the conversation to spill over past their time. You need to respect their time. You also need to follow up professionally. Send a thank you note within 24 hours after the meeting or even before the 24 hours lapse. And in that thank you note, mention something specific you related to about what it is that you were saying. And get to understand that this thank you note shows a lot and even means a lot to that mentor. It shows that they did make impact to what it is you were saying. Now that you know what to do, what do you not do in your first meeting? Number one, do not open with, can you help me with a job? Or can you offer me this and that? Don't go asking for favors in your first meeting. That makes the whole relationship transform from relational to transactional. It changes the whole mentorship trajectory of the whole relationship that you aim at building. Number two, do not overshare your personal problems. In the first meeting with your mentor, no, don't. At times, if it's pressing, just highlight it. You don't have to overshare about it. Even if possible, don't share anything personal problems with them at that moment. Number three, do not dominate conversation with your own stories. You are there to learn from them. You are there to build yourself and them in that meeting. So you oversharing and dominating the conversation with your own stories will just shift the whole uh, meaning of the relationship that you are supposed to be building with that mentor. Number four, do not cancel or reschedule meetings repeatedly without a compelling reason. Some of you have this uh, mannerism of canceling on meetings and dates with people. So don't, if you schedule a meeting with your mentor, don't reschedule it with no reason. Yes, and don't keep doing it. It makes that person lose interest in mentoring you and even showing up for you. And number five, do not disappear after receiving help or after one meeting with them and it becomes amazing and you think that you don't need them anymore. You need to follow through with that mentorship relationship until the end or until its time and purpose lapses. Number six, do not expect instant opportunities. This is the first time you're meeting that person. They need to understand the kind of person you are before they can put you and vote for you in opportunities or even in rooms. So you need to understand that the opportunities won't come instantly. You'll need to put in the work for them to vote for you in some of these spaces. Lastly, do not arrive unprepared. Do not come to that meeting. You don't know what it is they do, or even you don't understand what. Maybe they had a meeting last week and you don't know they did. They were a guest speaker somewhere, or they spoke at an event somewhere, or even you come unprepared. Maybe you even forgot about the meeting. You are coming late, you are coming unprepared, so untidy. Make sure you make a lasting first impression that shows you are a person who is prepared always. And in all these, you need to understand mentorship is a relationship building. You are aiming at building a relationship that can last long or even become productive. It's not a transactional relationship. Don't begin the mentorship relationship by uh, get making it a whole lot of transactions. Now that you've made yourself a mentor, kudos. How do you maintain that relationship to become productive in mentorship? I'll teach you something called the golden rule of mentorship. This is where you give before you ask. And the strongest mentorship relationships I've seen and I've experienced are not the ones that are one sided. Even as a mentee, you should bring value to that mentor and think about ways you can offer value to that mentor. I'll share with you some, and maybe you can add some more on how you think you can be of meaningful help to that mentor of yours. Number one, you can share useful articles or research they might find interesting, relevant to their careers, or maybe things that are happening around the universe that you know they like having in mind or they like exploring in. Secondly, amplify their work online. You sharing what it is that they are doing to your space and to your networks. It amplifies them as a brand and shows that you indeed care about them, and it just positions you in a way that they can get to feel the person they are mentoring is somebody who values them. Maybe this person is building a brand in coaching and mentorship and they're coaching you and they're mentoring you. You sharing that, it builds a whole new trajectory about their brand out there. Number three, introduce them to someone in your networks who might be of help or useful to the services they are offering, or maybe something. Maybe you know someone who can help them fix a laptop, or maybe a network where they can be invited as a guest speaker. You can introduce them to those persons, and you never know. It may change your whole trajectory in that relationship from short term to long term. You never know. You need to implement their advice. Them taking time to mentor you and giving you advice, it takes a whole lot. And you implementing what you're being advised to do is something as mentors they value. So you need to use the advice given to you by your mentors fast and implement it so that they don't keep asking you if you did that or not. You need to implement it as fast as possible. You also need to offer a fresh perspective on challenges, or maybe a problem they highlighted to you that they need help in. You can offer fresh ideas or fresh perspectives into solving that. Maybe you can give updates on your progress. Maybe you are working together on a project and they've not had time to look at it because maybe they're busy. You can share updates with them and aim at being someone who makes their day better, not just someone who needs things from them. As a mentee, you need to be of value to them. You don't need to be a liability to them. You need to become an asset. You also need to be very proactive, and you also need to show gratitude to these mentors. It goes a long way, and it shows a whole lot of joy to that mentor when they see that you indeed are somebody who is grateful for all that they are doing to you. And I'd advise you to have this ideal meeting frequency for your mentorships. For many mentorship relationships, monthly check-ins work well, but too much frequency in meetings becomes overwhelming for the mentors, and if done too rarely, it loses momentum. So between meetings, you can send updates, you can share wins, you can ask concise questions, and you need to also learn to maintain high levels of professionalism. And just like any relationship, mentorship evolves, and that relationship may not last like forever because circumstances may change. You might outgrow each other, careers might evolve, and there probably might just be a need for change. And it's okay to outgrow that mentor mentee relationships, and it's also okay to mutually step back from the regular engagement you had. And what matters is how you handle all this change. So how do you handle it gracefully? Number one, express gratitude, and explicitly and specifically thank them for the time you shared together, the moments you did, the projects you worked on together, the success you were able to achieve when you were working together. Number two, stay connected with them even at a lower intensity. You can do annual check-ins, maybe occasional shares, just checking in on them once in a while, not just like the usual you used to do it. Number three, never burn bridges, because you never know, today's mentor might become your tomorrow's referee, your collaborator, or even your next partner. You never know. So you don't need to burn those bridges. And lastly, and let's discuss mistakes that destroy mentorship relationships. Number one, being passive. Mentors will never and they should not chase you when you are having that mentor mentee relationship. Secondly, expecting jobs and favors immediately. Mentorship is way bigger than jobs, referrals, money, and all that. Mentorship can come with a whole lot of package if you get to utilize it well. Number three, poor communication. That is late replies, disappearing, or even becoming inconsistent. It damages the trust your mentor has on you, and even it damages the whole mentorship relationship that you had. Mistake number four is ignoring advice. Nothing frustrates mentors more than repeated advice with no action. And even as human beings, when you keep telling somebody something repeatedly, you end up getting tired about it. So don't make your mentors repeat things or advice they've given to you more times than the times you are putting in the action. Number five, over dependence. Your mentor is not responsible for your entire life and career. You need to have clarity of your goals and take the steering wheel to achieve them as you get the support from the mentors you have. Mistake number six, only reaching out when you need something. We said the mentorship relationship is relational and not transactional. So you need to aim at building relationships beyond requests. Mistake number seven is lack of initiative. In mentorship and coachability, like in mentorship, coachability matters a lot. And the biggest mistake you can ever do is waiting until you are ready, or maybe until the mentor tells you to do something is when you think about doing it. You may never feel ready, so you need to start now, and you need to take initiative of the whole mentorship thing, so that once the mentor helps you and coaches you on something, you might identify the next step even before they get to tell you. Um, Coming to this and coming to almost the close of this, I would like to introduce something to you, because everything we've talked about in this video resonates with me, and I hope it resonates with you. And if you're serious about building a thriving career in HR, or even wanting to understand how the HR scope is in Kenya, I would want to personally invite you into the HR Career Accelerator program by the Muraya Career Lab. And one of the reasons why I created the HR Career Accelerator program is because I saw many students and graduates struggling alone when trying to navigate their careers. So the program is designed to help bridge mentorship, theoretical knowledge, and workplace readiness gap by equipping you with the skills that are needed for you to have and thrive in that HR careers. So inside the program, we are going to be focusing on structured mentorship, practical HR exposure, career guidance, workplace readiness, networking, interview preparation, LinkedIn optimization, accountability, confidence building, and professional development, and a whole lot of things in that program. And I promise it's very, very rich, because talent alone is not enough, and exposure matters, and community matters too. And if you get the right guidance, it matters way more. And you do not need to have to figure out your whole career alone. You need to seek guidance. You need to build relationships. You need to stay teachable, intentional. And remember, the right mentorship environment can completely transform your confidence, opportunities, and even your whole career trajectory. If this video helped you, please leave a like, subscribe, share it with another student or graduate, or even a young professional you know, and leave a comment below on whether do you have a mentor, and if yes, how did you find them? If no, what's holding you back? And don't forget that if you're serious about growing intentionally as an HR student or career professional in Kenya, or somebody navigating the space and would like to know what happens in the HR space, you can consider joining the HR Career Accelerator program by the Muraya Career Lab, because you never know, your next mentor may already be inside that community and you didn't sign up for it. So see you in the next video. Till next time, keep it locked at Mary Muraya Career Lab, engage with our content, and share it widely with the community as we aim at growing together. So see ya in the next one.